Hello YouTube! I'm in a different location today because it's dark out when I'm filming this video, and also I felt like sitting in Sean's chair to film this video. I'm on his nice spinny chair that he has at his desk, so that's what we're going with today. In the yesteryear of YouTube, there were videos that were like tag/challenge videos. Someone would film a video and then like they would be like, oh, I'm tagging this, 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 and this person in it, and they have to film this same video with their own answers. And that was a very long time ago. I was watching Carrie Fletcher, as I always do because she is my queen, and she re-answered a tag video that she did 5 years ago, which was like a dating profile kind of video about like some general questions that could be on a dating profile. And she re-answered them 5 years in the future of when she made that video. So I thought I made a video in response to this tag video as well. I feel like I probably mentioned Carrie Fletcher in it also. For today's video, I would pull up that dating profile video and see if my answers now correspond to my answers from 4 or 5 years ago. If you're new here, hello, my name is Tori Sicklick. I make new videos every Sunday for Sicklick Sunday with other videos throughout the week. If you like what you see, like this video down below and subscribe while you're down there as well. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram in the description at tss6295. Now let's get into the video. I turned on our nice smelly Scentsy thing that we have at our apartment, as well as 2 of my candles, and this apartment smells incredible. It's like a mix of vanilla and sandalwood, as well as like clean laundry. It's awesome. So I filmed this video 4 years ago on April 8th, 2014, so close to 5 years since I've made this video. Let's watch it and see what my responses were to this. I filmed this video in my dorm my freshman year. I would always have to like sneakily film my videos in my dorm because I shared a room. So whenever my roommate Amber was out of the room, I was like, oh my god, great, I can film a video. I would like try to figure out when she had class so I could go and film a video in my little corner of our room.
The other day, Carrie Fletcher posted a video that was
of course I mentioned Carrie.
A tag video from somebody else. So I like answering tag question videos, so I thought I would answer those questions. Yay!
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I believe in like at first sight, like that you think when you see somebody for the first time, you think that you'll either like them as a friend or that you could like them as something more, and then once you get to know them and talk to them and know their interests and things like that, that's when you know about love and if you actually do love them.
I agree with this answer. I still do believe in like at first sight, but I do think it's changed a little bit into like / also lust at first sight, because this is something I've discovered about myself as a person too, because I have a lot of things that I'm very interested in with people, and I find myself attracted to people, not like sexually attracted or romantically attracted, but like attracted to people's energies and things like that. And I feel like that also plays into a lot of like love at first sight and how that becomes a thing, because I feel like how I'm attracted to people in that regard becomes more of like lust at first sight of like how I want to be like friends with them, or if I feel like I have a strong connection with them, I know I could be close friends with these people, or like whatever else happens as like a friendship or like as a partnership in any kind of way. I feel like I find that in like / lust at first sight. What do you do for fun?
Dance, sing, perform, read books, make YouTube videos, Facebook, play Candy Crush, watch a lot of TV.
So like, yeah, I do a lot of those same things now. I dance, I sing, I perform, I make YouTube videos. Facebook, yeah, but Facebook's not really like fun anymore. It also wasn't really like fun when I was, how old, 18? Like, I don't know. Why did I say that? I didn't have Facebook also throughout high school much at all, so maybe that's why I had such a fascination with like having fun on Facebook, because I finally had a Facebook in college. I don't play Candy Crush anymore. Do you want / have kids?
I don't have any children because I'm only 18 and not married, but in the future I would like to have some kids.
Yes, same exact answer 4 or 5 years later. I don't have any kids, but now I'm 23. I don't have any kids. I would like to have kids. The number I feel like is 2 to 3, because with 3 I grew up with 3, so that's what I'm used to from my own personal life. But with 2 I feel like that's just also easy to manage as well. Like 1 boy, 1 girl I feel like is my ideal number of kids that I'd like. What do you look for in a relationship?
Trust, humor, fun, care, and nice things.
Yeah, I'd say trust, humor, fun, care, and nice things as well. Like, in the current moment, I do look for those things in a relationship, and I have that in my relationship, which I am very appreciative of. I also feel like a big thing also is like the idea that I can just be myself around the person and not feel self-conscious about that. And that's something that I feel like, because at this point when I made this video, I was only dating Sean for, this is April 2014, I was only dating Sean for about 4 months at that point. So we were very new in our relationship and like understanding who we were as a couple. And I feel like I obviously have grown at that point because now it's 5 years later, which is insane. So I definitely feel like all of those things, as well as being able to be completely myself with a person while also being in a relationship with them and feeling very comfortable in that way, and not feeling like, oh my god, I'm with this person, I have to be like this type of person around them, but I can be like my dorky weird self that I am and not feel weird about it, and know that this person still loves me even though I'm like dorky and weird and awkward. What is the one thing about yourself that you would like me to know?
I am definitely a bit crazy. Definitely a bit crazy because I am very passionate about things. So I care a lot when something doesn't go well or when something does go really well. So I go like this a lot because that's who I am, and I gesticulate when I'm excited. So that gets on my crazy side of things. Completely agree. Yes, I am. Yes, I would say I'm a bit crazy. I am extremely passionate about things, like to a really bad point. And that is something that Sean has actually made me realize a lot about how passionate I am about things, that it's a little bit frightening sometimes that I get so passionate about things. Like when I talk about like shows I like or music I like, I do a lot of this. Like I said, I do this a lot because I get very excited and I can't think of another way to describe it except for going like this, because it's just, I'm a passionate person. I feel like that like freaks people out sometimes because of the things that I'm very passionate about, which is like specifically performing and music and dance and things like that. I get so unbelievably excited about it that it makes me so like it fuels my passion and my care so much, and may seem a little bit crazy and weird, and I don't know how to express it except for like that. So yeah, same thing. That has not changed at all. If you won the lottery, how would you spend your millions? First thing I would do would be put some of it in a savings account so that I have money for later, and then use it on traveling because I have wanted to travel the world forever.
Yeah, 18-year-old me was very smart in saying that. If I won the lottery, I would put a lot of money into savings. Oh, the lights turned off. Damn it. I would also use it for traveling because traveling is a big thing that I really want to do. I've gotten to travel more since I made this video because I went to London, I went to Germany, I've traveled more around the US, but I would love to have that money to also travel to more places that are remote that I have never seen before. But in addition to that, I feel like I would also want to give money to charity, because the charities that I care about specifically, because I want to support them in their mission for things, along with like supporting myself and my own personal things. I want to support these other charities that I love and care so much about. Which was the first crush that you ever had?
Probably Cole Sprouse, like of Dylan and Cole Sprouse, like from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Completely, yeah. I was fully in love with Cole Sprouse, specifically on Sweet Life on Deck season 2/3, when they like dressed him a lot better and like he had really nice swoopy hair. You have 6 months to live. What will you do with the time?
Probably traveling if I can, spending time with my loved ones and doing what I can to live out my life well in those 6 months that I have left.
I really like that I said that. Yeah, I feel like it would be this, yeah, I feel like I would have the same answers. Traveling, spending time with my loved ones, doing whatever I can to live out my life fully. If I had 6 months to live and there were certain things that I hadn't gotten done yet in my life, like if it was now that I had 6 months to live, I would want to make those things happen. I would want to go back to London and spend a lot of my time there. And I'd want to go to Ocean City, New Jersey. Those two places in particular, I'd want to spend half the time there and the other half of the time in Ocean City, because those are two of my favorite places. Besides, I love New York, but like I live here now. I can deal with not being here for a bit. London, I miss immensely from my study abroad. In Ocean City, we go to every year, but like I would love to spend a lot more time there than I do. Are you a morning person or a night person?
Definitely a night person. I really like the nighttime because I'm just more awake and more focused on things even when I am half asleep.
Still true. Still true. I am definitely more of a night person, but weirdly, I have been becoming a morning person, mostly because I have been forcing myself to wake up earlier. I still stay up till like ungodly hours at night, but I haven't dreaded waking up in the morning as much as I usually do if I have to wake up early. If you had friends coming over, what would you cook?
I can't cook for my life, but if I had to cook, I would make guacamole because that's one of the only things I know how to make, and it doesn't require any actual cooking, but it tastes really good.
Spot on, honestly, but now I can actually cook more. So if I had friends coming over, I don't think I would say guacamole anymore because I haven't made guacamole since I was like 17. I would make fried rice, which is, I would say, my specialty now. If you could go back in time, what single mistake would you correct?
I would probably change the phase in my life when I thought I was goth/punk and cut my own hair. I didn't really like who I was at that point in my life because I was trying to be very emo and emotional and things like that, but I don't like thinking about life like that as much.
Okay, huh. Wasn't expecting that answer, didn't remember that I answered that. If I could go back in time and change something in my timeline, honestly, I don't think I would change that part of my life because I feel like that influenced a lot of who I have become when I like cut my own hair and tried to be rebellious and tried really hard to be goth, but wasn't because I was a nerdy girl in northern New Jersey in the suburbs. I feel like I wouldn't change that part of my life. If I could go back in time and correct a mistake that I made, I don't know if there is one within the world of community that like if you create a timeline and you change something, then it fully changes and rips everything that happens in your life and could create the worst timeline. I wouldn't want to create that because I don't want to know what that kind of life is like. I don't want to know what the worst timeline in my life would be like because that freaks me out and I don't know. Where do I see myself in 5 years?
In 5 years I will be 23. I see myself out of college, somewhere being happy with everything in my life and enjoying what there is to have.
So that was a very brief answer. I'm surprised it was that brief. Now, 5 years after making this video, I'm 23. I'm somewhere. I'm living in New York. I think I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm like content with things at the current moment. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I've lived out to that at the moment. But to answer that now, where do I see myself in 5 more years? In 5 more years, I will be 28. I don't know. I don't want to say married because I don't know if that's where my life is going to take me. I don't want to say on Broadway or having had worked on Broadway because I don't want to make that a timeline for myself, forcing myself into that. I was talking about this with a couple friends recently they were like, well, what do you want to do with your theater career? Like, is Broadway the end goal? I was like, yeah, Broadway's the end goal, but it's not like I want to get there at any time soon. I just want to get there eventually. And then that made me think about when I was a kid, I was like, I want to be on Broadway. I want to be on Broadway, but I never said I want to be on Broadway by the time I'm 25. Hopefully by 28, I will be closer to that. But by the time I'm 28, in regards to like the theater world, I want to be working more continuously. I want to be booking more often. And even if there's a dry spell, like finding even more ways to feel even more passionate about what I'm doing, because right now I've only been living in New York for a year and a half and auditioning in New York for a year and a half, so there's a lot of things I haven't learned yet about what this world is like as an actor, performer, musical theater person here. So I feel like in the next 5 years, I'm gonna learn a lot. Hopefully I get to travel while working in theater, which would be really nice. I do hope by the time I'm 28, I've done at least 1 national tour. That's something that recently has become a thing that I've been really thinking a lot about and wanting to do. I just hope I'm just happy in general with like the way my life is, the way my success is, the way everything is in my life, just in general. I hope that in 5 years, I'm just a lot more content with myself. I'm content right now, but there's a lot of things that I say to myself, I want to change this, I want to change that, I want this to make me feel happier, I want this to make me feel better, and I don't know how to fix it at the current moment. So I feel like hope by the time I'm 28, I have figured out those things exactly, or have a better mindset about what I can do to get myself out of like weird mental funks that I can get into sometimes. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe I'll make another video like this in 5 years, looking back at this, answering answering these questions again, seeing how my answers have evolved and changed and how I have evolved and changed. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Also, if you want to answer those questions too, I'll leave them in the description so you can copy them and leave your answers as a comment as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, DFTBA, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.